Hello there, and thank you for tuning in. For those of you who are new to this channel, I am Dr. Caroline Cristo, a licensed marriage and family therapist, an educator, a college professor, as well as the CEO and founder of Happy, Healthy, Productive Inc., which is a nonprofit organization that provides mental health services to our nation's veterans, active duty members, as well as low income families. I want to thank you very much for joining us, and I hope that you learned something and that you share something with somebody. But before that, I have to do my disclaimer. I am not operating as a clinician on this platform. I am just an educator, a supporter, an encourager. I want us to determine what happens in 2020, or most of it. Most of it. I want us to be more in control of it based on the knowledge that we have and based on just preparing ourselves to remain strong and tenacious. I did a video a little while ago on living truthfully. Actually, the title of the video was Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. And I believe it was the fourth quote where the person said that they wished they had enjoyed life more or lived more authentically, as they would have wanted to live life as opposed to how others would have wanted to for them to live it. So this video here today, actually two, the first one is going to talk about what is it? What does it mean to live life authentically or genuinely? And in 2021, I want you to get real with yourself. If you've never been real with yourself, I believe 2021 should be the year that you get real with yourself so that you can live a happier, more quality life, a more fulfilling life based on how you would like to live it. I have 10 tips to living a quality life. And of course, one of them, the first one, is to be authentic with yourself by owning your emotions and letting them direct and guide you. Again, being authentic with yourself by owning and feeling, of course, your emotions and by letting them guide you. A lot of us have become numb to ourselves. And consequently, if you, on the spiritual side, when you become numb to yourself and what you feel, eventually, this is my feeling, my thoughts, you die inside when you numb what you feel, when you don't express what you feel. Basically, you're telling yourself you don't matter. So keep that to yourself, keep it inside, don't show it, don't feel it, don't express it. What I would like for you to do is not to judge, not to do, is not to judge your emotions, to accept your emotions without judgment. And sometimes you may have feelings, but they don't have you, meaning that you control what you feel. I think sometimes people are afraid to express their feelings because they feel they may lose control. No, your feelings don't have you. You have them. Consequently, you express them. The other thing I would like for you to do is do not rationalize feelings. Just feel. I sometimes in therapy, I ask people, "Hey, Robert, what are you feeling?" And that's just a random name. What are you feeling? And he would start telling me, most guys. So Robert is the guys, mostly. They start telling me what they're thinking, and then I have to say, no, 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 no. I ask how you're feeling. So sometimes some of us do not know the difference between thinking and feeling. We ask you a thinking question, you tell us a feeling question. We ask you a feeling question, you answer, you give us a feeling answer. So we need to know the difference. The second tip to living a quality life, all that was under be authentic with yourself, the points that I just stated. Now I'm moving on to point two, where remove the masks you wear daily depending on who you are with. So what we find is that, yeah, we act and behave differently around certain people, but some of us have worn masks our entire lives and have suppressed who we are, unfortunately. So we need to start working on that. And again, if I say anything in here that triggers you in any way, I encourage you to find a good therapist, a good professional, a good life coach that can help you overcome any challenges that you may have with regards to expressing your feelings, why you do or why you don't, and why you do express them the way you do. So we're still on number two. Remove the masks you wear daily depending on who you're with. And like I said, some of us have worn masks our entire life. We have no idea who we are. We have no idea if we're coming or if we're going, and then we get into relationships and tell people, you need to love me for me. We don't even know who we are. We don't even know who we're offering. And that moves me on to my next point, is to love yourself first. Don't disown yourself by shutting down your feelings, ignoring them, wearing masks. So number 3, love yourself first. Don't expect anyone to love you if you don't even know yourself, you don't even love yourself. That's a tough job to give somebody. So it is important that before we even seek to be relationships, again, my opinion, that we get to know ourselves, get to love ourselves, get to grow, get to enjoy life singly. I think happy singles make happy couples. If you're a single, miserable person who does not know herself or does not know himself and does not love him or herself, it's going to be a bumpy relationship. So, first things first, we love ourselves first. And anything that may fall under there for you in terms of loving yourself first. Number 4, know what your boundaries are and respect them. Part of what I coach and teach individuals in therapy is, do you have any boundaries? And sometimes people's boundaries have been violated over and over again, from relationship to relationship. They say, I don't know why he treats me the way he treats me, or I don't know why she does what she does. Well, maybe it's because you don't have boundaries that people can be guided by on how you operate. So I do believe that we teach people how to treat us. We are the teachers of how we should be treated. So if you keep finding that you're in your relationships, people keep violating you, breaking your rules, not honoring, respecting your time, then we need to find out why this problem. Why is it that people cannot respect you? And maybe more often is because you don't have any boundaries. We could expound on that a little bit more. What are your limits? Do you practice them, or do you even override them yourself? No need to compare yourself with others, because other people, or trying to get into other people's heads. People are living life the way they know how. So don't try to get into their heads so that you can do that which they want you to do. Think for yourself and live life authentically the way you want to live it. Spend time with people who encourage you to be you. People who encourage you to have boundaries, to have rules, and they respect them. Yet also, these are people who are honest enough to challenge you to grow into a better person. So number 4 is know what your boundaries are and respect them, but also spend time with people who encourage you to have boundaries if you don't, and people who support you into being you. Number 5 and last one for this part, and the rest of them we'll cover in part 2, is trust your gut feeling and your intuition. Trust your gut feeling and your intuition. Make decisions based on the present, not the past. Sometimes when we've had rough pasts, we have this fear of doing this, that, or the other, and our fear is really based on the past. I encourage you to live in the present. Your intuition guides you now, not yesterday. So when you get that gut feeling that this may not be a good relationship, this may not be a good thing to do, when you get that lump or wherever you feel the anxiety, pay attention to it. Another thing under trust your gut is listen to the cues your body gives you. Like I said, prayer and meditation will help you sharpen listening to yourself. Prayer and meditation, stopping and pondering and living life mindfully, being present. That's point number 5. I know it felt like a lot of points, but a lot of them were sub-points. So it's good information. Apply it. I could go over the points real quick. Be authentic with yourself by owning your emotions and letting them direct and guide you. Number 2, remove the masks you wear daily depending on who you're with. Remove the masks, period. Seek to be yourself. Number 3, love yourself first. Work on loving yourself first. If you find that you have low self-esteem, work on that. Number 4, know what your boundaries are and respect them. Do you have boundaries? Do you have guidelines? Do you have principles or rules that you live by? Know what they are and respect them. Number 5, trust your gut feeling, your intuition, your spiritual guide, your sixth sense, whatever it may mean to you. Trust it. It's your guide. Dr. Caroline Crystal, thank you for tuning in. If you learned something, please share it. Hit the notification button so you can receive more videos, and also subscribe. A thumbs up would be great, but more so I would be thankful if you can just share with somebody if this information was useful to you. Thank you very much and have a good one. Until next time, see you at the top, see you on the other side, and let's make 2020 what we want it to be. Thank you very much, and you take care. Goodbye.